Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are back at the harvest. So we're just after pulling the combine out of the shed. Father Phil is just cleaning down his windows there, and I have the header on the back of the Jeep. We pull it on the back of the Jeep because we need something to run in front of the combine, because it's so big, just an escort vehicle, a wave of people, have the hazards on, try and get people slowed down meeting it, because it is very big on the road. We're moving on to the next block of ground, the last of the spring, no, it's not the last of spring barley, another block of spring barley. So where we are at the minute, we'd all parked in the shed for the weekend. We've this block of ground cut. This is where we sowed with the Pottinger drill, and absolutely amazing crop of stuff. The yield of straw off it was huge. It had a bit of a job, we had to waffle it to dry it out a bit, and it just kept balling under the 3075. It got quite hard to get turned, just wasn't enough clearance under the tractor. Huge swart of stuff, and huge. My father reckons around the 3.1, maybe 3.2 ton. Absolutely superb crop of stuff, massive. Didn't get to film it, I filmed a bit, but not a lot of cutting this, but however. So moving on to the next bit of ground, and yeah, I won't be doing maybe too much talking in this video, as me stag do was over the weekend and I'm very tired, and just big shout out to everyone we met in Carlingford. Absolutely amazing night, all the lads and ladies we met. It's a terror how many people we met that night that knew me, but yeah, big shout out to everyone that was in Carlingford Saturday night. Absolutely amazing spot to go. But anyways, he finishes up there. We'll be on to the field and we'll get a bit of cutting done. We didn't see a lot of rain here over the weekend, not as much as other parts, so we're hoping. It's a very lively windy day and the sun is out, so we're hoping she should be dry enough to get another bit of cutting done and get moved on. Another step in the right direction to finishing the harvest. Anyways. So, we're in the field now. I think it's 18 acres in 3 fields, this being the biggest end of it. So, it is very windy, but we get the combine header on, get them cutting, and we'll go get a trailer. So, Liv is after bringing up food. Father Phil got a dinner, and he's getting some extra fibre, is that what you call it? Yeah. Into the dinner, just before we get going. So just on the way back with Liv now to get the trailer back up there. So bit of chopping and changing we done. I have to go pick up, borrow the Brough and Silas trailer, bring it up, because it's going to have huge capacity to keep him going when I go to where we picked up the combine earlier. We have 2 trailer load of grain in the shed. We kind of finished up that evening, or over the before the rain at the weekend. We cut into the dew. Moistures were 16.5 and their trailer was 18%, so we're going to bring that home for maximum. That's why we left it in the trailer, and I have to go get them back, get them tipped, get them up there, as well as the big trailer. And yes, it's a bit of chopping and changing to be done before I get back to the field. What we do, Liv? Be on. Just leaving the house now to go pick up the trailer. The day has changed, as you can see ahead of me. His rain coming. Behind me, skies are a bit clearer. In front of me, it's not great. So I'm going to be on as quick as ever I can, try and make sure I get the trailer there, get the combine unloaded before it rains. Rain was in the forecast. Some forecasters were saying 4 or 5, some were saying 8, 9. It's currently not, it's only 1:30 actually, or just after 1:30. So, a bit disappointing, but you never know, it might just be dark clouds, it may not rain. But we better keep the foot to the throttle and get there and back as quick as ever we can, and see how much we can get done before the rain comes. If we get all done, so best. If we don't, we don't. you gotta take it as it comes. Just after picking up the Brahan, and I don't know how well you can see, but just starting to spit rain there. Just starting to spit, so it's not looking great. But I better head for leather now, because it takes me a good 15 minutes to get to where they're cutting. So yeah, it's looking like the grain that's cut is gonna get wet. But yeah, there's rise of it. So just after arriving into the field, Father Phil has the combine packed to the lugs there. You can see the grain sitting out on top of the lid of the tank. They're unloaded there now. So as we were on the canal, started spitting rain. Closer we got to home, heavy down. We got a right shower of rain, and it was gone as quick as it fell. And Father Phil rang me, says, we just missed ice, keep on coming. So they didn't get any rain here. The moisture what's been harvested at the minute is 20%. So at 20%, that's high. At 20%, that wouldn't keep in the shed. It has started to heat. We don't have any way of drying it, but at 20%, we can treat it with our alkaline product, and that'll keep it. And it actually kind of works better with the higher moisture, as it activates the urea better. If it's too dry, we actually have to add water to get it to work right, the additive. But 20%, we can treat it with alkaline, and it'll keep perfect. But we can't store it in the shed too long. And people were asking, have we any way of drying? We have no way of drying. So yeah, we're going to see how long we get out of it. As you can see, the skies all about aren't looking too hectic, and it is incredibly windy outside, so much so that I'm not going to be putting up the drone. It's too windy for the drone, way too windy. If we can get this block of ground cut today, so that's this field, another field up there, and a smaller one down the road, that leaves us with 3 more moves of the combine, and we have the harvest done. There's supposed to be 3 days coming good at the end of the week, and we should get every block of ground done, a block of ground done a day when we have good weather. So getting this done means that we'll be finished hopefully by the end of the week. And all that's left to harvest after that is our beans, and our beans are sprayed off. The beans have come in exceptionally quick. It's one of the earliest harvests that either my uncle or my father can ever remember. Both of them are in the combine there. Just people are asking, uncle's not driving. He's not, but he comes out, he sits up in the combine, and how it is. But it's one of the earliest harvests they ever can remember. So all going to plan. Our big plan is to have the harvest fully finished, beans and all, by the ploughing championships, which is the 18th of September, or no, 20th of September. Plan is to have all that done. Yeah, I'll make a phone call, get picked up, and I will go keep with the original plan of trying to get another trailer down here. Because the full of the combine on not quite 3 rounds of the field, which isn't too bad considering it's not the best crop. I'll get out and I'll show you, but I'll have to dub over it what I'm looking at, because you will not be able to hear me. Even if I had me good mic, you would not be able to hear it. It is very, very windy. Anyways, that's the combine unloaded. So as you can see here, just dubbing over, walking through the field, but the crop, it's not over hectic. There is a fair bit of meadow grass throughout the field, a little bit of chickweed. Crop isn't over heavy. As you can see with the straw yield isn't over hectic here either. But when we look at the head of grain, it's a lovely head of grain, nice plump grain, good long head. It's not thick enough. There's just not enough heads there. Field is kind of in 2 halves. This upper end and a large bit inside of the gate, quite compact, or we think the issue is compaction, as it was only min-tilled twice now, and it just needs to be ploughed to break up the compaction, which should give us a better yield. But the far end of the field seems to be yielding much better. But it's a field of 2 halves. Bottom end of the field, nice crop of stuff. Top end of the field, not over hectic. So just after talking to Father Phil there, and we're sticking to the plan. I thought maybe I might stay and be here to race to them if it did a heavy pour come, race to them, get unloaded, race home. But he says no, we're going to gamble and see that we'll get it all cut, so I have to go back to the house, get another trailer, come back. Straw isn't fit to bale, there's a bit too much green in it. That meadow grass is still a bit green of itself, so it's not going to bale. And with how windy it is, it's actually starting to move a lot of the lighter swarts of straw. So if we got any much heavier wind, it could actually take the straw off the field. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too much windier, or if it does decide to pour heavy, that'll dampen the straw, stop it from blowing away. But yeah, we could end up losing some of the straw now if this wind stays or gets any worse. But just waiting for Liv to come up, bring me back. We'll get 7618 now because we're not going to bale it. And yeah, we'll get straw another day, but hopefully now it just doesn't blow away. But we can't bale it either. There's just too much green with that meadow grass. The meadow grass that's in it just isn't dead enough of itself. It just spoiled the straw. But I can see straw moving across the field there. Look at it. So there goes some of our bales in the wind. But what can you do? Can't have it everywhere. So just have the trailer load of grain on. Hook up the pipes. See there. Just said when I was up here I'd show you how much come off the field. So all this barley, what's in 2 trailers, all of this is what come off this block of ground up here where we started the day off. The stuff we sowed with the Pottinger drill and got bacteria spray last year. Super stuff. We also built in a heap of square bales here. These are to be brought home, and some of them then are going to use to block up the shed when we get the rest of what we want to grain we want put in here. Anyways, that's that. Pour me pipes. We'll be home. So, as you might have seen, I got a bit of a downgrade. Literally, pushing up the last load there, what was in the shed. Bro comes in, racing in, back from school. I'm going baling, I'm taking the 7618. So right, give me a minute till I get this pushed up, we get the chair tip, then you can go. Next thing I know, I finish pushing up, he's the tractor off, and he's trying to put on the baler in the shed. So yeah, I got the 639. So anyways, it's just starting to rain here again, so I make a phone call, see what's doing with them. They're over that direction, the sky's quite black. I'll make a quick phone call and see what the plan is now. I don't know what the straw is like now. I didn't think it was good enough, but maybe it's better down the field, I don't know. Anyways, so I've just gone to the field. It's literally just started raining. Bro has literally just started baling, so he's going to have to stop quite soon. And the other Brocken is packed to the lugs with rain. So I think he's down here. So get him unloaded, and yeah, it's coming down quite heavy, you know. It's not just a few drops. So it's not, no, that's it. That looks like that's all that's going to be cut today. Down the camera and get myself underneath this. So now the race is to get the grain home ASAP, because we have no covers on trailers. So it's not going to make too much of a difference to it because of how we're going to be treating it, but at the same time we don't want to be leaving it out as short a time as possible. And unfortunately the combine will be staying in the field outside the way. As much as I'd love to be able to bring it home on the shed, it's just not feasible with the logistics of getting it home. To get back out here to finish what's left in this field, which isn't a lot. It's like 4 ups and downs, and other field. It's just you take the hand you're dealt, and well, it's another step in the right direction, and it just means the next dry day we'll be out of here and we'll be into the next farm, and we might get it done in the day rather than getting this done and getting the combine moved, and that's all we get done in a day. So it was a gamble, but I think it paid off. And probably one of the biggest things is Father Phil, when we come up here, he was half expecting that to be no more than the full of the big Broughton, and well, he's the pack full of the combine now to go into this trailer and finish that and finish the other field. He wouldn't be too far off having to full the blue trailer too, which ain't too bad at all. But yeah, the big thing now is just get home before this gets any wetter. But yeah, we might catch up with them after, but we better hightail it for the hills. So plan now is get this big trailer home. It is packed full, any fuller and it had spill across. It had spill across the silage crates, so she's going to be quite heavy now. It's going to be a heavy pull home. Come on. I think Bro is going to bring home the 6290. Father Phil's going to bring home the Jeep with Uncle Ian, and yeah. Anyways, no time like the present to get moving. This is a heavy ass load of stuff now. It's a big trailer and it is packed full of spring barley. Load in the shed. We'll just have to leave it there now till we get a dry day, as obviously, as you can tell, our grain storage isn't suitable for the trailer, or the trailer isn't suitable for our grain storage. Whichever way you want to look at it. Once it's dry, we'll tip that, shove it in, but that's really it. Eric's bringing home the other load. We'll find somewhere to put it in under a canopy and go back and get the round baler. That's really it for today's video. I think now once we get this all back, I'm going to call it quits at that, because I am knackered. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. The weather did beat us, but we're a step closer to the finish line, and once we get all done before the ploughing match, that's kind of the goal at the minute for this year, which we should achieve. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from me. Good luck.